morning viewers and welcome to another edition of the news in sign language. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the top headlines of the week. Meghalaya government holds sensitization program on assistive technology and digital accessibility for employees. Chief Minister Konrad Sangma launches Mission Clouded Leopard to protect Meghalaya's state animal through science and community participation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches 100-week Nasha Mukt Yuva campaign, urges youth to stay away from drugs and embrace healthy lifestyle. India begins countdown to 2030 Commonwealth Games in Ahmedabad after formal handover at Glasgow closing ceremony. The news in detail. Healthcare Global Enterprises has launched expert cancer OPD services in Shillong in collaboration with Woodland Hospitals, expanding access to specialized cancer care in Meghalaya. The OPD will be held every 15 days, enabling patients to consult oncology specialists without traveling outside the state. The service will provide expert consultation, early diagnosis, treatment planning, and referrals for advanced therapies, including blood cancer management and stem cell transplant assessment, HCG said. The initiative aims to improve timely access to world-class cancer care across Meghalaya and the Northeast.
About HCG, we are a listed hospital organization. We have a network of 24 hospitals across India in 20 cities across the country. Our stats say that every 8th cancer patient in India gets treated in one of HCG network hospitals. We are a 35-year-old organization. We are one of the first pioneers in cancer treatment among private healthcare institutions. We were one of the first to get radiation oncology and radiation oncology equipment to India. So that about HCG. We all have traveled from Bangalore. That's where we are headquartered. Our center of excellence is our oldest and largest hospital across our network, which is in Bangalore as well.
The Indian Armed Forces showcased their advanced weapons and equipment to the public in Meghalaya, drawing a huge crowd from across the state. The display highlighted India's growing defense capabilities and generated excitement among visitors who witnessed modern military technology up close. Officials announced that the exhibition will be held again on August 3, 2026, encouraging citizens to participate and celebrate the strength and preparedness of the nation's armed forces. The Meghalaya government has identified a site near the Yodo parking lot to relocate hawkers currently operating along GS Road and Motpran. Speaking to media, Deputy Chief Minister Sniobalang Dhar said the relocation will be carried out in phases following discussions with stakeholders. He also said the relocation of hawkers from Laimokra is expected to be completed by August 17, with vendors being shifted to the Dankiti parking lot and Brightwell bungalow.
It will be very soon, and we have served them notice. They should be shifted by 17 of this month in the court order also. So my officer is on the job with them. We are discussing with them nicely, having negotiating dialogue with them. And I think everything should be okay. It's all the things moving in the right directions.
So we have seen
for Laimokra hawkers, we have identified 2 places. One is Dankiti parkings, and the other one is Brightwell bungalow places. And at least a good place for them. And if there is any lapses here and there, not up to the mark as they expected, we are trying to work nicely to make them happy. Okay. Now in G Road we have done it. We have placed them in the polo and in front of SBI. And next we will discuss the GSO and more fun issues. We will do phases in a phase-wise manner. And even for the GSO, more fun we have identified in somehow in the near Yaudu parking lots.
So just
yes, stay at the don't worry. For those which is not proper, we will correct it. We will improve it properly.
The Office of the Commissioner for Persons with Disabilities, in collaboration with the Secretariat Administration Department and Stressful Labs, organized a sensitization program on assistive technology and digital accessibility for government employees in Shillong on August 4th. Addressing the program, advisor to the Meghalaya government, Paul Lingdo, stressed the importance of creative, inclusive workplaces and using technology to improve accessibility for persons with visual impairment. He urged government employees to adopt a more empathetic approach and encourage persons with disabilities to recognize their abilities and contribute confidently to society. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has launched Mission Clouded Leopard, a flagship conservation program for the state animal, on the occasion of International Clouded Leopard Day. The initiative focuses on habitat protection, scientific research, wildlife monitoring, and community participation to safeguard the vulnerable species. Preliminary scientific assessment have identified 21 individual clouded leopards in the Balpakram landscape, with surveys now being expanded across the state to support long-term conservation efforts. District election offices across Meghalaya have released the draft electoral rolls under the Special Intensive Revision 2026. In East Khasi Hills, District Election Officer Abhilash Baranwal commended the efforts of election officials, booth-level officers, and political parties for successfully completing the revision exercise. He urged voters to approach election officials for any corrections or clarifications. Similar programs were held in West Chantia Hills, Eastern West Khasi Hills, West Garo Hills, and other districts where draft electoral rolls were handed over to representatives of political parties. Officials highlighted the progress of the revision exercise and appealed to eligible voters to verify the details and report any discrepancies. The Election Department has informed that claims and objections can be filed from August 5th to September 4th, while the final electoral rolls will be published on October 7, 2026.
At the time of final electoral roll, we have taken care of everyone who is a genuine Indian citizen and simultaneously ensured that the objectives of the SIR, which is to remove the deceased, duplicate and shifted voters, we would have taken care of it.
So today we handed over the draft electoral roll to the political parties, and accordingly this is an important milestone in SIR activities. Since 100% of the EF distribution, collection and digitalization happened in West Garo Hills along with all the other districts of Meghalaya on time. So a draft electoral roll on the basis of that has been prepared. Now the next steps are to distribute these draft electoral rolls and bring this to the knowledge of the public. So one copy of this draft rolls will be handed over to the village headmen as well, so that they can also publicize it, bring it to the attention of people. And if from the political parties or from the public any discrepancies are found, any issues are found in that list, any additions that they feel need to be done, any deletions that they feel need to be done, or any changes, that can be brought to the attention of the concerned EROs or the election office.
Deputy Chief Minister Sneobhalang Dhar today said the state government is committed to resolving the Harijan colony relocation issue through dialogue and mutual understanding. Addressing the media in Shillong, he said efforts are also underway to improve parking infrastructure in urban areas to ease traffic congestion. On the electric vehicle policy, Dhar said the government is focusing on creating the required infrastructure to promote eco-friendly transport. He also reiterated the government's commitment to resolving the remaining interstate border issues through peaceful discussions while protecting Meghalaya's interests.
I told them to collect all the report in details, the reports within the departments and the report between the departments and the Harijan colony and the report between the Harijan, the governments and the defense land, and to be able to know. So I told them be ready everything. So last part of this August we'll be having meeting about this issue. Yeah, that is a continuous process between the urban affair officials and with especially from the police department. Always we work line in line together. That in different part of the states, and that's why we already approved the street parking policy also because of that reason only. And of course, since the police very limited, traffic jam is always there, so we are still working towards that. Whatever homework we should done from our part, we have done. The officer has almost completed, and when they complete all the report, we will sit first between the state, and then we will inform the Assam when they form the committee. So we will sit both the committee and we will take a call.
Cabinet Minister and Jirang MLA Sosana Sotun says Byrnihat is not the world's most polluted place, but admitted that air pollution remains a concern. He said the Meghalaya government is enforcing strict pollution control measures for industries in the area. However, he stressed that pollution cannot be attributed to Meghalaya alone, as industries on the Assam side also contribute. Sotun called for coordinated efforts between Meghalaya and Assam to address the issue and said new pollution control technology is being tested and could be introduced in Byrnihat if proven effective.
Penong bagade jaka ke baju tam te kum ke present data hi kam de gumta andre ya ke jing ke pollution hi tengi ma hi penong ba ke Byrnihat ke imla penong ba ngin su pengsang ba ke kud namar kreatif hi ketika ke industrial area nak leng ka government hi ka pollution control board ki officers baro ilai system wilayah persang hiban ban streamline hak tagalanti ba ki rules and conditions bagi deban follow nang ba ka jingkuat kan sa kan ne dan nang ta ko ri deban so thu ro deban tip ro ba ka Byrnihat hi kan de ka area ka de border bat ka Assam tin keleng ka sarkar nagleng ka pollution control board ru kelai le system hi lai persang hi benyo eka coordination dekat bat ka Assam pollution control board nang ka central pollution control board nang ta kuno bikin la ban penduna ya kini ka jingmi jungini kitrim jaklia.
Eight area employment councils under the Mauhati Assembly constituency have received computers under the Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan to strengthen digital governance and improve administrative efficiency. The computers were distributed at the Bhoirambong CNRD block in the presence of Mauhati MLA Charles Marngar and Block Development Officer Dr. Remika Talang. Officials said the initiative will help the area employment councils and village employment councils carry out their responsibilities more efficiently through the use of technology, while also providing guidance on the proper use and maintenance of the computers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on August 2nd launched the Nasha Mukh Yuva for Viksit Bharat Sankalp Abhiyan, a 100-week nationwide campaign against substance abuse. Addressing the event virtually, he urged young people to stay away from drugs, adopt a healthy lifestyle, and said addiction destroys families, careers, and the nation's future. He also called on families, teachers, and communities to identify early signs of addiction, seek timely help, and spread awareness. Over 1 crore youth from 28,000 locations across the country participated in the launch. The NDA Parliamentary Party held its weekly Mangal Milan meeting at the Parliament Library building to finalize its floor strategy for the remaining days of the monsoon session. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and other senior leaders are attending the meeting. The session focuses on coordination among NDA allies, parliamentary business, legislative priorities and the participation of alliance MPs in debate during the ongoing parliament session. The previous Mangal Milan meeting, held on July 28, marked the first appearance of NCPI, MPS Kakoli Ghosh, Shatabdi Roy and Sayoni Ghosh after joining the party from the Trinamool Congress. The MPs praised the NDA's organized functioning during their debut meeting. Minister of State for Textile, Pabitra Margarita, inaugurated the GI and Beyond 2.0 Summit in New Delhi on Wednesday. Organized by the Ministry of Textile and the Handloom Export Promotion Council, the summit showcased over 100 GI tag handloom and handicraft products from across the country. Addressing the gathering, Margarita said geographical indication reflect India's rich cultural heritage and stressed the need to use technology and innovation to expand market opportunities while preserving traditional craftsmanship. New GI certificates were also presented for several products from Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, and Uttar Pradesh.
We have registered 600 plus GI tags. I'm from the Northeast region. The Northeast has witnessed a remarkable transformation, growing from a handful of registered handloom and handicraft GI products to more than 50 today, bringing the region's rich traditions to national and global recognition. A short while ago, it was my privilege to present GI certificates to registered proprietors and new authorized users. I congratulate all of them. But friends, registration is only the beginning of the journey. The true success of GI product lies in creating sustainable livelihoods, strengthening artisan communities, and expanding access to markets in India and across the world.
The Union Commerce and Industry Ministry has dismissed media reports claiming that India is importing or plans to import large quantities of ethanol from the United States for fuel blending. The ministry clarified that ethanol used under the Ethanol Blended Petrol Program is sourced entirely from domestic producers in line with India's policy framework. It also stated that no commitments or concession on ethanol imports were made during the India-US trade discussions, reaffirming that the country's fuel blending program will continue to be driven solely by domestic policy and production. The 135th Indian Oil Durand Cup got underway in Shillong with a grand opening ceremony celebrating military tradition, Meghalaya's rich culture and footballing spirit at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and Lieutenant General Mohit Wadhwa attended the event. In the opening Group E clash, Shillong Lajong FC began their campaign in style, defeating Nongse Sports and Cultural Club 2-0 in the Shillong Derby. Ever Brightson Asana broke the deadlock before Trimiki Lamurong sealed the victory late in the second half, giving the Red Dragons a winning start to the prestigious tournament. The countdown to the 2030 Commonwealth Games in Ahmedabad has officially begun following the closing ceremony of the Glasgow Commonwealth Games. India marked the handover with a vibrant cultural representation as hosting responsibilities were formally transferred from Scotland. Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Edward invited athletes from across the Commonwealth to gather in Ahmedabad in 2030 for the centenary edition of the Games. India concluded the 2026 Glasgow Games with an impressive haul of 39 medals, including 13 gold, 17 silver and 9 bronze, finishing fourth in the overall medal standings.
4 years, we endeavour to come together to celebrate our Commonwealth through sport. Thanks to the manner, style and enthusiasm with which you have competed, officiated, supported, organised and volunteered. you have once again brought the spirit and values of the Commonwealth to life. You have inspired us and hopefully future generations. You have also demonstrated what unites us. Thank you all. Thank you, Glasgow.
Cabinet Minister and Jurong MLA Sosthenes Sotun has inaugurated the first ever artificial turf football ground at the Umbuda Playground in Riboy district. Sotun inaugurated the Rs 10.93 crore state government funded facility in the presence of Nongpo MLA Meral Bonds Aim and other dignitaries. The ground will be managed by a local community to promote football and sports development in the district. The inauguration program concluded with a friendly exhibition football match between the MLA 11 and the officers.
Don hanya po mauro kulura kalong nagsujoy laban tayo pun sama jong nagtabi hoy nizumi ibangay kanang isi ipun sama nagtabi hoy lalu ikintay ng isunang ilahapan penumpaw lagi
A comprehensive review meeting on preparation for the 2027 National Games was held today in Tura, chaired by West Garo Hills Deputy Commissioner Vibor Agarwal. The meeting brought together officials from key departments to assess the district's readiness for the event. Discussion focused on infrastructure, venue preparedness, security, traffic management, disaster response, accommodation, transportation, medical support, and interdepartmental coordination. Officials presented department-wise progress reports, while the district administration directed all concerned departments to expedite pending works, submit detailed action plans, and ensure regular monitoring to keep preparation on schedule for the National Games. The Shillong Derby in the 135th Indian Oil Durand Cup 2026 ended in a thrilling 2x2 draw between Nongse Sports Social and Cultural Club and Langsning FC at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Shillong on Thursday. The match was witnessed by 7,891 spectators and attended by Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and senior dignitaries. During the event, the Indian Armed Forces announced the donation of 15 footballs per match to the Chief Minister's Football Grassroots Program to support young footballers across Meghalaya. On the field, Shanu Taryang and Hardy Cliff Nongbree gave Nongse a 2-0 lead before Meban Shngan Kurkalang and Syed Ahmed struck in the second half to earn Langsning a share of the points. Before we end the bulletin, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Meghalaya government holds sensitization program on assistive technology and digital accessibility for employees. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma launches Mission Clouded Leopard to protect Meghalaya's state animal through science and community participation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches 100-week Nasha Mukt Yuva campaign, urges youth to stay away from drugs and embrace healthy lifestyle. India begins countdown to 2030 Commonwealth Games in Ahmedabad after formal handover at Glasgow closing ceremony. Well, viewers, that's all we have for this week's news in sign language. Thank you and see you next week.